Well, hey everybody. Sorry, it's a later time today. I don't know that that works for everybody. It just got away from me today, and it's getting really cold outside. It's supposed to drop again. It's kind of been a crappy day. I'll just put that there. Good evening. Hey mods. Who else is here? Wow, I just scroll all the way to the top. Hey Megan Roberts. Why do I feel like my voice sounds weird? Hey Joanne Hawley. Hey Robin Miners. Lacey Silver made it. Anna Banana's here. Love her. Hey, Just Joan. Gemini Girl is here. Probably should scroll back down. Tammy is here up in New York. I bet it's really cold there. That is so true, Robin Miners. The Zoom call is chicken soup for the soul. I love that description. Hey, West Coast Fancy Nancy. Karen Dahl made it. I'm glad to be here, Karen. I'm just sorry if it's late for some people. Hey, Marie Marion, just as I am. Angie Moe, Jennifer Minton. Ewa made it. Puka Vista, Eric in California. Sophia in Germany. Gina's here. Welcome, babe. Hey, Renee B. Hey, Katie. Katie Fulton's here. Hey, Starlina. Starlina, it's always the last Sunday of the month unless announced in advance otherwise, but we almost always do the Zoom the last Sunday of the month. Nice, Nancy, you should. Hey, Linda. Hey, Armine. Jamie Palmer. How are you, Cricket? We asked about you. Somebody asked about you the other day, and I said, I haven't spoken to her, but I wonder how you're doing. Hey, babe. Good to see you. Hey, Diana H. Hey, Liz Tricks. Kim's Whims. Catherine B. I've been thinking about you. Whidbey Island Hippie Girl. Hey, Kim is Blue. It's not that cold in New York, says Cricket. Interesting. Hey, Yawn. Hey, Wendy again. I'm glad to see you, Wendy. Hey, Jill Turner, and I hope you're feeling better. Linda Perales. I feel like I haven't seen you for a little bit. Hey, Angel. Renee B., you asked about Angel yesterday. She was not in yesterday's, but she was in the stream the day before, and she's here tonight, thankfully. Hey, Twyla. Thanks, Wendy. You know what's funny about this? I just changed my clothes like 5 minutes ago. Hey, Lenora Gray. I had a lilac colored sweater on. That's why I'm wearing lilac eyeshadow and I have lilac jewelry. And it's not a good color for my skin tone. Hey, old Charlie. Hey, Kim Leanne. Wow, I never get to see you. Hey, Charcoal Ninja. I just see you in the Zoom calls, Kim. I feel like you don't make it to the lives very often. Maybe you're on the replay. Maybe you're just lurking. Hey, Jeannie Hansen. I don't know, Wendy, but I'm telling you, like I had it on and I was getting ready to come into my office here. Hey, Lisa Kelson. And I was like, I looked almost kind of sickly, like it was too much. I think I look better in darker colors, to be honest. I don't even really like this white. Thanks, Iwa. So I normally would not have on this lilac eyeshadow. I mean, I like it. It's fine, but I had an exact sweater to match it. And it was like, it was too much. It didn't look right. And I really wasn't. I've done that before where I pushed through and I was like, oh, just wear it anyway. And then I went live and I have to look at myself through the whole live and the chat. But when I look at myself, if I have an outfit on that I hate, it really bothers me. I'm like, oh, that was a bad choice. And I have to sit through this choice for 2 hours. That sucks. I get weird about it. And so if I don't like something, I'm just going to donate it. And that, I don't know that I want to donate that sweater. It's a Claire V sweater. It's quite expensive, but I may have to because I just kind of feel like it wasn't for me. You guys tell me a lot that I look good in like jewel tones or darker colors. I kind of tend to agree. I don't really like, maybe because I'm such peaches and cream skin tone. Hey, Wanda, I don't know what warm colors means. What does warm mean? Does warm mean darker? I assume so. Hey, Penny Rogers. Hey, Helena, I hope you're feeling good, babe. I think you look great in darks, but this looks good with your hair. Thank you, Wendy. I mean, this is just a basic, really, this would be better. This is like a super thin, Yes, it is, Nancy. Super thin, like almost layer type shirt, I guess you would say. You'd probably wear this under something. And I didn't have a lot of time to change. So I just threw on something really basic. Yeah, it washes me out, Linda Perales. Thank you, Jeannie Hansen. Thank you, Angel. Hey, Robin W. I love you. Every time I wear the House Labs Fire Opal, I get a million compliments. I believe that 100 times over with your hair and skin tone. I can't wear that. I wear it sometimes. I will take a little bit of it and slick it across my eyelids, and that looks pretty cool if I'm wearing black. But I cannot wear that fire opal as a highlighter. My dear Lord, no. But with your skin tone and hair color, yes, chef's kiss, babe. Okay, Wanda, that makes sense. And I love you, by the way, Catherine B. Thank you, Just Joan. I think you look good in hot pink or royal blue. Penny Rogers, if anybody, hey Shell, if I love thanks Wendy. I love neon colors, but they are not, hey Timark, they are not hard to find. Easy to find. Neon colors are not easy to find, but I love hot pink. I absolutely love bright colors. Uh Kim Leanne, loving the heart necklace. Where is it from? Kim Leanne, this is a her name, it's out of New York. It's called, and you can pick different colors. I tend to buy them on Poshmark. You can see, this is actually kind of cool. I'll show you. I have a ton of them now. They're charms. See that? And they have the large and the small. They have initial charms. Yeah, Sophia. I love red too, Renee B. I love neon pink. And so, hey, reflections. And so I can switch out the colors. And so I buy these a lot on Poshmark because, so if you, oh, did I tell you the brand? Roxanne is the first name. The last name, I'm going to spell it. It's called Asulin. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's Assoulin. That's where I got it from. But again, I buy them on Poshmark because, hey, Alana, I don't know what she charges for her charms, but they're not cheap, and they're cheap on Poshmark. I got this for $20. I think on her website it's probably 100. It's ridiculous. But they are pretty substantial, they're pretty heavy, and they're big. Like this one is huge. Hey Tiffany. It's not hot here. Okay, I can't get it off. Somebody help me. It's stuck. I'm stuck. Oh, there it is. That's pretty big. And they're like metal. They're metal. They're not solid, thankfully. They're hollow. But that's pretty big. So you can pick between her. And I love hearts. I'm sure you guys know that by now. I love hearts. So what you do is you just take whatever chain you want and you click it on. No one cares. Sorry, I'm doing this. Now I feel like I'm doing like a QVC commercial. And I try to click it far away from that one so that they don't bang on each other because I feel like it would chip the enamel. But yeah, I love hearts. I can't get it off. Somebody help me, Cricket. I get panic and paranoid when stuff like that happens to me. Like, have you ever gotten stuck in a shirt, like trying something on? Even worse. Thank you, Katie Fulton. Have you ever tried on a piece of jewelry in a store, like a ring, and you're like, and it like won't come off, and you're like, oh my God, I can't get it off. I immediately flash to like being in an ER and having to have it like snipped off, and like for some reason you have to get fully naked for it, and you haven't shaved in 6 months, and you just have like a full-on cave woman bush. Those like fears are very real for me. I love wearing red. Yeah, Wendy, I agree. Hey, Debbie, Love and Life. Welcome in. I haven't seen you for a while. Katie, I say it a lot. I'm like, I can't get it off. Somebody help me. I can't get it off. Totally got stuck in a shirt in a dressing room, panic. I freak the F out if I try something. I get like claustrophobic, even if it's something like a ring. I'm like, oh my God, somebody help me. I can't get it off. Oh, he's so friendly. Well, he's a good person. And that's what matters. And he's got a lot of life skills. And he went to college. He went to Harvard, and then he went to Yale, and then he did his residency at Stanford. And he's so smart. But what we can't break him of, even though his teachers taught him to eat a cat poops. He goes and he cleans out the litter box for us. And it's so gross. But his mom still loves him and she still gets really close to his face. And I still kiss him because you know what? If I'm going to get malaria, I would rather get it from Bo than some dirty ass airport. Hey, Don Clark, if I'm going to get trichinosis, I want to get it from Bo cleaning out the litter box. Doesn't that make sense? I'd rather get it from a family member, especially your friendly neighborhood pood. And he's so friendly. And he's a good person. And he's your friendly neighborhood kissy emotional support man. And you can grab his face. He says, if you feel sad or down, just grab my face and give it a kiss. He says, I won't kiss you back, but you can do it anytime. Sorry, guys, I had to. Which one, Chow Yun Smut? Which one? He's a scholar. He's absolutely a scholar, Kim is Blue. And thank you for pointing that out. West Coast Fancy Nancy, I thought you were already a member, but thank you for being a member, babe. That's so kind of you. I got stuck in a long dress I was going to wear to a wedding. My elderly... Oh, no way. Are you guys reading this? My elderly male neighbor had to rescue me. Oh, shit. That's so embarrassing. Thank you for sharing an embarrassing story. I think that's great. Hey, Barbara, wait. Let me tell you about the time I went to try to buy a sports bra at Victoria's Secret and having to describe why I can't do a bra that goes over my head. That's so embarrassing. The poor sales associate. Now I get it. That's incredible and embarrassing. Thank you for sharing that. Does anybody else have any super embarrassing stories, such as Renee B's? That takes the cake. That's awesome, Renee B. I love your embarrassing stories. Didn't you have an embarrassing story once about your bush or something? I remember that a long time ago. What was that story? God, that was funny. I got stuck in a denim jumper. My mom had to help me get it off. She asked why I was so sweaty. We both laughed. It's terrifying. That's what's really the scary part about being single. That's terrifying. I can't, I get very, very claustrophobic when it comes to clothing or putting something on that you can't get it off. That is terrifying. Shelly Kelly, thank you for sharing that. That was a great laugh. And thank you for the super chat. Better than a person, animals have such loving hearts. Yes, they do. And you know that for sure. Wendy, you know. No way. You're going to be on the Zoom call? That's an honor. That's a huge deal. I would love to have you on the Zoom call, Nancy. Thank you for doing that. That's incredible. And I'm very excited. That's incredible. Thank you, Yadira. I just saw that. Oh, man. Hey, Alicia. Strangers or friends you haven't met yet. I would tell my I got stuck in story, but I'm still embarrassed by it. Timark, try again next week, maybe. Give us a heads up when you're going to do it. Oh, yeah. That was it. Renee B. Hey, Rain burned her cooter bush on an electric fence. She burned off her panty hamster on an electric fence. I don't know how you would do such a thing. Was she naked? I can't remember. Before I got my surgery and way before working at Victoria's Secret, a sales associate wanted to measure me for a bra. I literally ran out of the store with my mom. Well, you have huge, bodacious Bahama mamas. And I'm going to be honest, it's not the most comfortable getting fit for a bra. Hey, Ghostwriter, it kind of sucks. And I don't even have big boobs. Do you remember that, Renee B? I absolutely love these embarrassing stories. This chat is amazing. Oh, I love, hey, Melissa, an embarrassing story. I love your stories of embarrassment. I mean, here's the thing, guys. Who was I talking to the other day? Who was I talking to? Oh, I know. It was my accountant. Remember when I told you I was on the phone with my accountant? I felt sorry for that poor woman. I was on the phone with her for like an hour and a half. And I don't know how to deal with accountants because I've always had husbands to do that. I told her that. She was like, I'm just reconciling your credit card. And I was like, you're doing what? Why would you want to reconcile like with a family member, but you're doing it with a credit card? And she was like, no, let me explain what that means. That's why I keep her, because she knows how dumb I am. And she walks through everything. Like she asked me to download my credit card statements and email them. I was like, oh, I don't know how to do that. Hey, Natalie. So you know what she was forced to do, this poor woman? She had to do this with me last year. Oh, Renee B burned her cooter lips off, not the hair. I think I would rather burn the hair off, to be honest. This happened last year, the same as this year. This poor woman. We had to log into hey, Joel Sachs. I forced this woman, Kathy Burkhart, to log in to my Capital One account with me online. Like I had to do the whole thing. I had to send her like the, Joan, thank you. I had to give her she goes, do you just want to log in? And she was like, I sign in, like you give me access. And I was like, no, you're getting the whole deal. I was like, here's my credit card password and sign in. And she was so apprehensive. She was like, okay. And I forced this poor woman. I was like, take it. I don't care. I'm not worried about privacy laws, girl. Just take it. Everybody knows. I was like, people know the size of my underdeveloped rectum. I was like, people know about my shorter than usual taint. Like, I'm not, she was like, you sure you want me to have this information? I was like, I'm sure. I talk about my boob hair on YouTube. Like, I think we're fine. I feel pretty solid. And I made this poor woman log in to my Capital One card because I don't know how to download the expenses and just simply send them to her like any other American. She was like, well, let me walk you through how to do it. And I was like, no, I don't want to. I was like, you just sign into my Capital One account. Have fun in there. You do your thing, girl. I was like, that's what you went to accounting school for. And I knew it. So no joke. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. I was like, I think she just wanted to do her job. And I was like, I'm making a beef stew today. And she was like, oh. Like I was forcing her to have conversation with me that I know she didn't want to have. She was like, so do you have any other expenses? I was like, do you have any good beef stew recipes? Maybe you might, that I might want to know about. Yeah. And she was like, okay, so let's get back on track with your money here. And I was like, but what shoe size are you? Because maybe you might have a cool shoe collection that I don't know about. You could tell that I don't have any friends. Like she could tell. And I think that's why, for sure, Kim is blue. I think that's why she asked me finally, like an hour in, she gave up and she goes, so do you have any friends there? And I was like, you're talking to her. You and me, girl. I was like, it's just me and you riding off into the sunset, doing my taxes. I was like, what are you going to eat for dinner later? And she was like, my husband and I are probably going to go out. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, so what's your address? It was crazy. I felt so bad. I wonder if she's going to charge me for her time. Probably. I haven't gotten a bill yet, but that was a solid hour and a half where I was like, what kind of, I was like, what's your favorite pie? Does your grandma have like, I was like, have you ever heard of like there's like all kinds of flavors of pie. I was like, but have you ever heard of a grape pie? Nobody has. I was like, do you know like how come we don't work with grapes? Because I was eating grapes while I was talking to her. I was like, do you enjoy a grape? Do you like green or red? Sometimes if I can find cotton candy grapes, I was like, those will change your damn life. I was like, what'd you get in the anthropology sale? And she was like, let's talk about what you spent in 2025, girl. I was like, oh, the sky's the limit. I make 500,000 a month. Hey, DNV, and welcome in. Yes, ma'am. Hey, Kafik, you're not really late at all, and I don't remember anything that I said. She's definitely charging me. I love grapes lately, Kafik. I've been buying them at Costco, and I can't stop. I get them for Huxley, and I mowed through like 50 grapes this morning. I was just standing there in my kitchen, like looking at the countertop, just like eating grapes, and then I realized I was like, you've got to put a stop to this. Put your grapes in the freezer? Well, I don't wanna ruin my caps. I turned that phone call into a hostage situation. I really probably did. Take her to dinner, send her the receipts, and say, "This needs to be a write-off." Make it happy, like, that's not a bad idea. She was like, "Oh my god," what did she say? She was like, "What is this?" We were going down my Capital One expenses, and she was like, "What is this?" And I was like, "Oh, that's Italian food." I was like, "What's your favorite Italian dish?" And she was like, "That's okay. I don't need to know." She was like, "I was just checking." And she was like, "And what is this?" I was like, "Wouldn't you like to know?" I was like, "That's a vibrator." Just kidding, it wasn't. I wouldn't charge that for relatable Reese. Hey, Kestrel. I've never eaten a frozen grape in my life. It sounds kind of gross to me, and I just don't want to break my damn teeth. That's one thing I don't have. I don't have dental. Grapes are bad for diabetics. This kind of comment, Shelly, makes me laugh because I ate like a half a container of cookies today. I always think it's funny when people are like, apples and bananas are really bad for diabetics. Meanwhile, I have an entire birthday cake in my fridge that I just picked up at Costco, and I was like, "Just do you mind putting on there like happy birthday, Stacy?" And I don't know a Stacy except Stacy Toms, and she doesn't live here. I just do it because I want cake, but I don't want to look like I want cake. I look like I'm picking it up for somebody else, right? If you talk about it on stream, it's a deduction, including vibrators. I don't think that's quite how it works. She kind of explained it to me differently than that, Cricket. She's also probably what I would call a very conservative accountant. She's kind of tight about stuff because trust me, I've tried. I'm like, what about these hair clips? I was like, what about the anthropology sale? And she was like, no. Yeah, K-Fake. I was like, what about the new deodorant I got at Costco? She was like, no. I was like, "What about my new toner that I got? It's a really milky-like consistency, and I love it. I got it on Black Friday." And she was like, "Mm-mm, no." I was like, "What about this, pack of underwear that Alicia bought for me because I pooped my pants?" She was like, "Nope." I said, "That can't be true because it actually comes up on my channel how often I poop myself, and then the crowd buys me new underwear. That's how I make a living, shitting my pants." And then Alicia swoops in, and then Linda buys me a sock. And she was like, "Nope, no, you can't write that off." And I thought, I'm going to get somebody new. Are you quite sure you went to school for this? What about a lip stain? Uh, Reese, I have to say thank you so much for turning me on to Paula's Choice exfoliator. Gina, you're welcome. Yeah, Linda. What about Linda's socks? Does that not matter to you? Were you thinking about Linda's socks and Alicia's underwear? No, because you were just thinking about yourself. And that's a poor reflection on you, is it not? It says a lot about who you are. Okay. Uh, oh, today is Rain Virus's birthday. We have a lot of fucking birthdays today. My God, I spent 2 hours today on Facebook telling you all happy birthday, and Rain was at the top of my damn list. Guys, today is Rain Virus's birthday. Rain, I'm so sorry I didn't say anything. God, I had to wait for your damn husband to come in and do it. Hey, Vicky Andrews. Who else's birthday is today? There was a lot of you people. Yeah, Barbara Waite, probably so. Probably so. I know it's Rain's birthday. Rain is so cute. I couldn't believe how old she was when she told us the other day. I really thought, Rain, that you were my age. You have incredible skin. Speaking of Robin Miners, yeah, the Paula's Choice is unbelievably good skincare and it's quite affordable. I can buy all of that, like replenish each item, and it lasts the entire year. Hey, Viggy Cat. Uh, you can what? You could claim your trip to Ecuador as a travel blog video. I don't know if that's true. Plus, Tommy paid for it. Yeah, Rain is 58 years old. I really would have never guessed that. How old does that make Joe? Rain looks like she's my age. I thought she was 40. She looked so hot last night. Hey, Rue. She looked so hot last night when we went to the club to celebrate. She also took a gummy, which was concerning. Was that fun? I asked her what her skincare routine was, Kafik, and it was some very, what was it, CeraVe that you used, Rain? You have amazing skin. It's just hereditary, I think. Helena, you're an adult now and you're out of the cult. That means you can buy birthday cake whenever you damn want. I'm not here to be a good influence. It's interesting that one of my mods is like, Reese, you're diabetic. You can't eat this, this, and this. And then another one of our mods is like, here, take some money to go buy a cake and cookies. Shelly, I'm gonna make a ruling on this. We vote with Helena's. We're just gonna do it. Listen, I want to be happy. Hey, Wendy Brewer, I love that, Joe. I want to be happy. And if that means that I die a little earlier, like not too early, right? Like I'd like to make it into my late 60s, but I don't want to live into my 80s, 90s if I can't eat cake. Do you see the logic? Do you see the math on that? It makes all the sense in the world to me, as well as my accountant and Helena. We're going to go with that because she gave us money. Thank you, Helena, and I love you. Helena has incredible skin as well. Yes. Thank you for the super chat, babe. Oh, you made brownies, Robin? I bet they're good. I vote for cake as well. Just CeraVe wash and moisturizer, and I don't even use face moisturizer, just the body one. Yeah, it's hereditary. I mean, that's still CeraVe is good, but this is true. This is true. Diabetics are insane addicts. We should do a show on that. I mean, I'm not a sobriety expert, but we are. Diabetics are, I marry a lot of diabetics, just being old men. The old men that I marry are always diabetic, except Tommy. But everybody else is diabetic when you get old, and this is true. They are. They're addicts. They are. They are. That's why we're all on GLP-1s and sticking ourselves with needles. I think Helena needs to repost her boob story so Reese sees it this time. I didn't see it. Thank you, Wendy Brewer. So, I didn't have much of a topic, but I wanted to come on because I said I would. Quite honestly, that's why I'm here. The yays have it. So Yadira votes yes as well. Interesting. So Shelly, the cheese stands alone with you. Some of your friends are diabetic too now. A lot of my friends are diabetic. Honestly, I think America makes a lot of diabetics. I think the food here is absolute junk. I'm going to be totally truthful. Thank you, Wendy. Kafik, that's a tough question to answer. I live with an insane diabetic. The snack wrappers you find in the strangest places. Yes, yes. Thank you, Joan. I'm going to try to get back on track with eating healthy. However, today I went to C's Candy. That's not a good start. just going to be real with you, Nancy. That's not a good start. Joe Virus is diabetic, but he's doing great. We're on the same drug, Joe and I. I'm not doing as good on mine. I think that when I was in Ecuador, they don't use, their food is way more fresh there. They don't have like commercial trucks going in and out. Like it's not like this huge, massive corporation like it is here, a well-run machine. Their food is very fresh. They don't use GMOs. They banned all of that crap. They banned all of the dyes that cause cancer, things like that. I think most countries have done that. Good for you, Lacey. I think most countries have done that except for America. Why? Because I feel like here they're making a killing. Why would they ban that stuff and stop it? Big pharma, right? Like they want to get you hooked on something so that you are now a customer for life. And all of us are with our GLP-1s. I just made coffee and cinnamon cupcakes with peanut butter and Bailey's buttercream. Okay, so Sam Ashby is definitely not going to be in Shelly's corner, I see. I think, again, Shelly stands alone. U.S. makes healthier foods for other countries. Yes. Like, I know. Thank you, Helena. I know. Is it in the UK? It's probably in Ecuador too. I know they make like Kraft mac and cheese in other countries without all the crap in it, without all the preservatives and additives or whatever it is. There's a lot of foods. I mean, let's be clear. When I went to Ecuador, they have, I got a bag of Doritos. I got Oreos when I was there. It tastes very, very different. They don't have this. It's not the same chemicals in the food. You almost have to get used to it. I didn't like the Doritos as much. However, the Oreos were incredible. Huxley's doing great, Wendy. He's doing really good. Thank you. He actually just got his report card and he got his grades up. Um, I might take him out to celebrate tomorrow. I always take him out to celebrate when he gets his report card if it's good. He had several D's that he brought up to B's. He had 3 B's that were D's and he brought them up by the end of first semester. And I was really proud of that. And so was my dad, my stepdad. Yeah, KFIC. So he actually really worked hard to get that done and I'm proud of him for that. Yeah, really, really important that he did that actually. Ended first semester that way with better grades. Um, he has an A in Spanish. And you know what he started this semester? Second semester, he's doing driver's ed. I'm really excited about that too. Reese, you like sour stuff, right? Get Fruit Riot grapes in the freezer section. Fruit Riot grapes. Alicia, will you text that to me? Is it real grapes? Are they just frozen? I need to know about it. Does Angel K know about it? Thank you, Alicia. That sounds amazing. I know, Nancy. I was really proud of him. Hey, fanciest face. Huxley has not always excelled with grades, nor did I. And it's not something that I shame him for or I'm even close to disappointed in him for. I truly understand what it's like to, hey, Libby Jackson, to not excel at something like school. And my dad used to get absolutely furious. How many caps do I have, Wendy? I've had 7 root canals, so I've got 7, at least 7. I think I have 8 or 9 crowns in my mouth. Hey, Andrew. And then these 4 here are the cheap version of veneers. They're not real veneers. They're not porcelain. They're composite veneers. I'm not, let's face it, I don't think I'm a great mom for a lot of reasons, and that's probably one of them. I don't motivate him with grades like I probably should. Thank you, Wendy, or like other parents probably do. But I don't ever, that's probably a downfall. We should talk about that sometime. How do you parents deal with your kids' grades? Like I boost him, I motivate, like I want him to get good grades, but I don't want him to feel bad about it. I don't want him to feel like it's the only thing that matters. It does matter because if he goes to college, I've always said like you got to get good grades to get into a good college. I really want you to do that. But I think the point to what I'm saying is when he brings his report card home, um yeah, Donna, I think a lot of women do. I don't get angry with him for having D's. Huxley rarely has an F, but he does get D's. And I'm always like, you need to work on that. Like, we need to do better at this. But I never want him to feel like, I don't want to feel like I'm angry with him for that. My dad was really, really ugly with me about my grades. And what do you think that equated to? It equated to him forcing me to study more L. Ron Hubbard study technology. And I have a lot of nervousness and anxiety about studying now because of that. Even reading books. I read plenty of books that I wanted to read, but I still to this day have like a little bit of a nervousness about it. So I don't ever want Huxley to feel like get those grades up because that's how my dad treated me. I can't really help him, KFIC. That's the only problem that's very embarrassing for me. Huxley is so much smarter than me. He knows about world history and geography and things like that. There's no way I could sit down with him and help him with his schoolwork. Not really. I mean, there might be 1 or 2 things, but I'm not much help when it comes to that. Studying LRH isn't going to get your grades up. No, but my dad was very, very forceful about it, and he would make me study LRH to get my grades up. And it created a lot of panic as a child in me. Depends on if it's due to struggling with content or is it his work habits, not turning things in poorly on tests. Good point, Debbie Zito. It is for him. Huxley has always had issues with staying focused, like paying hardcore attention to stuff. He does really well on tests. that I'm aware of, and he always has. This is just according to his teachers. But I think he has a hard time staying focused in class. And then sometimes he will rush through stuff. If he has an assignment, like he won't put the time into it that he should. And we've talked about that at length. I'm hoping that his therapist is going well with him on that, just working through things and why that's going on. Good for you, Angel. He didn't turn things in on time. Vicky Andrews. Yeah, Huxley doesn't. He gets behind on turning things in. His teachers will tell me he has like 5 missing assignments. He will admit to that 100%. I mean, he doesn't even try to deny it. He's like, yeah, I didn't finish that when I was supposed to. Helena, that's adorable. So I never put much value on grades when I saw my daughters were trying. I got my oldest a tutor for math to get her through algebra. I couldn't help with that. Basic math, I'm great at. Beyond that, I'm lost. Yeah, same with me. West Coast Fancy Names. I'm actually pretty decent at basic math. Beyond that, there's no way. I couldn't sit down and tell you what algebra is. I don't know how to do trigonometry or geometry or any of that stuff. I couldn't tell you. Um, I just don't. I don't know if I've never used algebra. I don't know if I guess the point is I do feel a little guilty about that now that he does do tests pretty well. No, Lenora Gray. I don't know if it's bothering me, so I have to say something. Being book smart does not make you a great parent. You are very careful to not harm him, make him feel shamed and safe. Please stop kicking yourself. Well, that is true, Time Mark, and I appreciate you validating that. I am more concerned as a parent exactly with that than I am about grades or anything like that. I'm much more concerned as a mom, especially because it's just Huxley and I. He doesn't have his dad. I'm way more careful about not doing something that's going to create scars in the future. I have a lot of stuff, as you guys are well informed on, with both of my parents that have scarred me for life. I still talk about it to this day, things that they said, that they were careless about, that they should have thought through more, in my opinion. And I'm sure I'm going to have plenty of those on a list as well for Huxley. But I don't I'm much more careful about not being intentionally painful with him. I don't want to create memories for him if I can avoid it where I was harsh with him. Do you guys remember what we talked about yesterday about people who love to rub shit in your face? Hey, Nicole Bell, how people love to go, why'd you do that? Why'd you make that decision? It's I think I've seen some parents do that. I used to go on every single field trip we had for Huxley's school, which he doesn't have them anymore. The main thing, he's putting in appropriate effort. Has he been? No, he has not. Baby steps. Honestly, I think I should be evaluated for it too. Thank you for your super chat. I wish my parent cared more about my feelings and my grades. Time Mark, it feels more exceptionally more important to me than the numbers and grades. You do so much to build his self-esteem, and to me, that's number one. Lenore Gray, thank you. I went on some field trips, and I remember observing other parents because remember, I don't have too many friends with kids, and if I do, I'm not around them, right? To observe what they're doing with their kids. And I remember going on some field trips for Huxley when he was little guys, like smaller. But I remember watching, there was this particular mom, and she was at each field trip. And I don't really want to shame how other parents parent, but there was something in particular that this woman did to her child. It was a little girl, and it really bothered me. And I never have talked about it till right now. She would, I don't know, it almost, looking at it now, I wonder if the woman was like a therapist or a psychologist and she thought she was helping. And you guys may agree with her tactics here, but I don't. This kid was probably 7, 8, 9 years old in that area. And she would go, Mom, I need help with this. Or Mom, like I would observe this on these field trips. And she would go, think your way out of it. Like, she would intentionally, I am more of a told you so person. I am not a told you so person. She intentionally would make the kid come up with a solution. I'm not opposed to that, but I also think why not help? That's literally what you're there for. Don't have kids if you want to force them to think on their own as far as like they're turning to you for help at that age, and that's an appropriate age to come to you for questions and help. And I used to watch this woman, and it happened on a particular field trip where I really watched it. And she was like, think your way out of it, think your way out of that problem. And that's how she would do it. She'd be like, you need to think your way out. And I remember the kid climbed too high on some piece of equipment that we were there for the field trip. It was like a pumpkin patch. And she was like, Mom, I'm scared. She was like, I can't get down. And I'm watching, like, I'm ready to go up and get the kid. And the mom goes, nope. She was like, not going to help you. She was like, think your way down. And I thought, in Scientology, we would call that surfacking. That's a service facsimile. What are you doing? A service facsimile is doing something just to prove a point that I'm right and you're wrong. So surfacking would be very much of that. Like, nope, not going to help you. You need to figure it out. But I can help, but I'm going to stand here and be right and dig my heels in and make you wrong. And this kid was probably 8. And she was like, I need help getting down. Yeah. And she was like, not going to help you. She was like, think your way down. And I was like, why are you even here? Like, why procreate? Why reproduce? If you're going to shove them out into the atmosphere to figure everything out at such a young age, again, it's age appropriate. Of course, you don't want to hold their hand through life. I get that. I'm not a helicopter mom by any means. But it weirded me out to watch this woman be like, not going to help you. Not going to help you. Like that shows a child they can't ask for help. Exactly, Nancy. It shows, it trains and teaches the child, hey, Jeanette Brown, that they have to figure it out because mom's not going to be there to help. And the question is, why? What is your thinking behind that? What's the logic behind being like, nope. Like, why? Are you punishing the kid? Print, Marty Jewel. Are you punishing that child for some reason? Like, why are you not willing to help just because you think like, but see, here's the thing. There's so many different weird ass parenting. Like, I bet that was, if I could go back in time and ask the lady why she was doing that, my guess is she'd probably say something like, I'm teaching her to self-soothe. That's what I think a lot of people do. You know, they do that with babies when they're sleep training. They let them cry themselves to sleep because they're self-soothing. And some people think that's right. And other people think, no, I pick them up and I coddle them and whatever. And I don't know which one is right, to be honest there. I couldn't really make a judgment on that. I did not do that with Huxley. I did not let him cry himself to sleep. I would pick him up and hold him. But it was odd. Critical thinking training, but at 8, fanciest face, exactly. It's I think there's nothing probably wrong with that in like tiny, mild places. Maybe that kid wanted everything done for her. Maybe. But what's wrong with that at that age, Debbie? I could see that if the kid was 14 or 15. Like, time for you to, little duckling, to get out there and swim and get your damn feet wet. But at like 6, 7, 8, I don't know how I feel about that other than I'm a mom. Why does my hair look so damn dry? I'm getting my hair cut this week and I'm gonna have to talk about that. This looks like a damn broom. Yeah, the techniques work differently for different situations. I really don't want to parent shame here. I don't like it being done to me. And I don't feel like I'm doing that. This was just something I went through and experienced. I'm not necessarily saying it's wrong even. I'm the last person to give out parenting advice, right? Yeah, DNV. Your kids are only little for so long. That's how I feel now with Huxley. I'm like, he's 16, and here, my goodness, girl. Here in a couple of years, he's gonna be out the door. So it's kind of like the way I look at that. What are you doing over there? Yeah. I guess I just kind of feel like we're not going to have them forever. Eventually, they're going to be gone. Hey, Kazri, the phrase think your way out besides not helping, which, like you say, is her job as a parent. To me, this phrase overemphasizes thinking. What about feeling, developing, intuition? It also feels like the mom was making a point in front of the other people, which makes me a little uncomfortable. So that's where I'm at. Hey, Dawn, Nancy, I feel the same way there. That's how I felt about it. I was like, is this lady like trying to punish the kid? Is she proving a point in front of the rest of us parents? It's so weird, Armine. Uh, oh, yeah. I was in salty air for, yeah, a week. That's what it is, Sophia. I feel like my hair looks extra dry. It was all that salt in the air, I bet, dried it out. Hey, Chica Cherry Cola, good to see you, babe. I don't know. And I don't know why I'm stuck on this topic. It's not something I just recalled it. I wouldn't have even thought about it. How about showing the child how to get down? Yeah, Shelly. And it was so, yeah, the water in Ecuador, Sam. It was just very strange to me to be like, I remember this woman's response and reaction. She was like, nope, not going to help you. She's like, you need to think your way down. Like she was doing that, which is so condescending to me. It's like, I don't know why we need to. I don't like people who talk like that to kids or elderly people. Do you notice people who do that to children and seniors? They're like, it's like they're deaf or something and they're talking to them slowly, like they can't understand what they're saying. They're like, you need to do this, not going to help you. It's like, what are you doing? Why are you? I just experienced that working in senior living a lot. And I saw that so much with Fred. And I was like, not necessary. I don't know what you're doing. Are you assuming that he can't hear you or that he's dumb? Or like, what is it? Why are you moving your mouth so slowly? I've had people do it to me and it makes me want to rip their face off. I can't stand when people do that. You're just trying to understand why some parents do things in certain ways. Yeah, and there could have been something I didn't know. So again, I don't want to over the top judge this woman for her parenting abilities. I am not skyrocketing. Motherhood is not my strong suit. But whether she was a 5-year-old, an 8-year-old, or an older person, I guess my question is this: what's wrong with asking someone for help? And why are you rejecting help? But especially doing that with a child seems odd to me. It seems odd to say, like, not going to help you. Like, what? Now, I could see that if you're in your living room before bedtime and the kid made a total mess and this kid is 8 years old and they know every night we pick up our toys and I don't know. I guess I could see being like, I'm not going to help you pick them up tonight. They go in the bin and you know that. Like I could see something maybe more mild, but when a kid climbs too high on something and they're like, Mom, I need help getting down. This woman literally was like, nope. She's like, you need to think your way down. That's almost dangerous. They're asking for help. This poor kid was very scared. I remember it. She was like holding on like an animal and she was up too high. It was like this fire truck thing. And I was like I wanted to go get the kid. Have you ever had that happen where it's like you want to help the kid if no one else is going to help the kid? And the mom had her arms crossed and she was like, nope, you need to think your way down. You got yourself up there. And I was like, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? That's odd. That's different than picking up toys, in my opinion. Could she have been a Scientologist? I highly would doubt that. Renee B., that was in Kansas City when Huxley was little, and I knew all the Kansas City Scientologists. Baby Steph says there are times it can be appropriate to promote critical thinking, but if a child is scared, that is not the time. This parenting technique can be abusive. I 100% agree with that. I 100% agree with that. I think kids need help, and if you're not going to help them, you probably shouldn't reproduce. You know, I could see if your kid was 35 and still living at home and you're putting your foot down going, "Look, time for you to get a job, kid." That's a little different, right? But I think it's all age appropriate, and I think it's odd. I think it's odd with a small child to be like, "Mm-mm, nope, not gonna help you." I have to blow my nose. Hold on. Thank you for pointing that out, Baby Steps, and for your super chat. That's kind of where I'm at about that as well. I just most people shouldn't even have pets. Odin nailed it. People shouldn't honestly even have pets. You know, not going to go too far into this. I had a person the other day that I was talking to, and they said they were talking about somebody else. Oh, I love that, Joe. And happy birthday again to Rain. You're a good husband. I had somebody who was telling me a scenario the other day about somebody else. It was somebody who went through a divorce. And this person was telling me about one of the partners got the dogs. There were two dogs in this divorce. And the partner that took the dogs hates the dogs. And I was like, why? And this person was like, well, he locks them in a room in the basement because he can't stand the dogs. And I said, when did they get divorced? And she was like, a couple years ago. And I was like, why do we have the dogs? Why wouldn't we rehome the dogs? Like now I have like absolute anxiety about this. And I don't even know who these people are. I don't know the situation. I was like it just drove me. I was like, this is going to ruin my day. It made me, wow, nice hair. It made me uncomfortable for the rest of the day. I was like, why would you keep dogs you don't want? This reminds me of people who, yeah, Nancy, this reminds me of people who also, and I see it a lot in the country here, guys, and I can't stand it. Sometimes I want to stop my car, get out, and stream it. There are so many people here who live out in the country who have a dog tied to a tree with 3 feet of rope. And it's like either a really hot day or it's a really cold day. And trust me, I have called, I have reported it. Lots of people have in the Facebook groups I'm in. They don't do shit about it in the country. They don't care. In Kansas City, I had animal control on speed dial. I would literally come out of a Target parking lot and I would be calling to report a dog in a hot car. I'd be like, and I'm standing here until you guys get here. And they would show up within 10 minutes every time. Like they didn't F around in Kansas City. Sorry, baby steps. I'll move on with the topic because I agree it's triggering. But I agree with this very much. Some people shouldn't even have pets. So what I've thought about doing, which will probably end up getting me shot, so I won't do it, was I thought about streaming in front of these people's houses when I see it and just being like on a public, doing it in a public area, but just being like, so these are the people and just shaming them for tying their dog to a tree. I'm not going to do it. It's not the kind of content I do, but it makes me incredibly sad. We are all animal lovers in this community and I love that about us. And I also try to just remember, at least I don't know if this is true, but I try to convince myself of this, that there are more people who love animals than not. I have to try to believe that. I have to try to believe when you see a bad situation that there's probably hundreds of really good ones to make up for that bad one. I try to tell myself that anyway, because it goes back to the you can't save them all thing. And so I try to just let God take care of that. Makes me very sad though. We all know how much we love animals here, and it makes me very sad. Let's move on from that topic because it is upsetting. It's like talking about going to the circus, which I don't support, or SeaWorld. Don't do it. Don't do it. I want to, let me find it. I told her I was going to read part of this. I'm not going to name, thanks, Wendy. I'm not going to name who sent me this text today. It's somebody in our chat whom I love very dearly, but I didn't ask permission to give her information. So I'm just going to read part of the text. I told her I was going to read part of the text, and that's all I'm going to do. I don't want to out her, which this is an amazing uplifting text. She probably wouldn't care at all, but I just don't want to do it without her permission. That's all. I didn't get consent, therefore I won't. I got a really great text from someone today. Thank you, Odin. Good luck out there. Yeah, you too. I used to have a bumper sticker on my old Honda that said that, and I miss it so much. It was just a simple bumper sticker, and it said, good luck out there. And I miss that. Uh, I want to read this. Peace to you as well, my friend. I want to read this because it's very inspiring and it talks about something that we're pretty focused on this year. Okay. Stay with me now. She says, my perception is that you seem so much more secure in yourself lately. Because of this, you might have an easier time accurately identifying and accepting how you truly feel, more so than in the past circumstances. I love that. It appears from this outsider's perspective that the hard lessons you have endured are paying off. As you said, having clarity over illusions or wishful thinking in the front of your mind could save you a ton of heartache alone. You are seeing troublesome behaviors more quickly, clearly, and for what they actually are. I really, really found that to be very validating, but I hope that we are all doing that together this year. I love the prayer. Well, hey, babe, thank you. I love the prayer that I've been praying for to God. Instead of praying for peace, I told you guys the other day, I've switched my prayer to finding clarity through the illusions that I put in my head. I do it to myself. Nobody's doing it for me. It's an addiction that I have. And what I mean by illusions, I mean, I always try to see the potential in situations or people. So I will go, well, everybody else loves them. So, like, I will see red flags, I guess is my point, and I will sail through them because I'm like, well, they've always been around. I'll just make some weird excuse up of like, well, but they've been here forever. Or, well, I pump myself full of illusions rather than just seeing it for what it is. So what I've been praying for lately is, please God, help me see clarity through the illusions that I have built in my own mind. And I think that a lot of people do that. And I think it's a self-protection thing. We try to rationalize away the red flags, Shelly Kelly. I think that it's a protection so that we don't, because think about it. What if it's your mom? What if it's somebody, hey, Cliff Ann, what if it's your brother? Like, what if it's somebody that you can't get away from as easy as just some friend you met this year, right? So what do? You're going to make up things like, well, but it's my mom, or but it's my dad, or but it's my dad's best friend. I don't care. I don't care the scenario. I just mean people tend to, I'm not even going to say that. Back that up. I'm not going to say people tend to do anything. I tend to make up, justify, um, look at the good, look at the potential in something. I just don't look at it for what it is very often, because if I do that, what will happen? If we look at it for just what the hell it is, then what? You have to act on it. You have to do something about it, or it will be the same repetitive behavior. Nothing changes if nothing changes. I'm too much of a wuss to make changes, and I have been. I'm not going to be now. And this is it. Time mark. Do you ever ask yourself, do I deal with the fight now or later? Because I said this yesterday. The only person, when people cross your boundaries and you teach people how to treat you and you let them just steamroll you all the time, do I pay for this now or do I pay for it later? You're going to be the one that pays for it. Like, just know that. Red flags are God's way of talking to us. I love that, Nicole. Just know that. In my experience now, I have learned sweeping shit under the rug or selling an illusion to yourself will only bandage it for so long, but it will come back around and you will have to pay for it. You will pay a price. Love you, Tammy, if that makes sense to you guys. So that's something I'm trying to really, really be super mindful and aware of this year in particular. I don't want to take anybody's bullshit and just overlook it and go, well, hey, Kevin Conklin, does that make sense? I think, guys, a good way to see it is just know, like, okay, you can sweep this under, or you can sell yourself whatever illusion, or you can sell the potential of that situation or that person, but just know you're going to pay for it. Once you see the red flags, you can try to unsee them, you can paint them green, but there will be a price for overlooking it, and there will be a price eventually for not dealing with it. And that's how I'm trying to look at it, because I really don't. I love that, Don Pariso. I really don't do well with confronting and dealing with red flags. I paint them green. I give them a pass because I don't want to deal with it. I'm afraid to confront somebody, typically like head on, and be like, hey, what you just said, not going to work for me. I'm not good at that. And I'm trying to strengthen those abilities. And that's what I mean. I'm praying now. When I pray, I'm praying for peace, like I always have, but clarity to wash out those illusions, please. And that's why I titled this Wishful Thinking, because I realized I've been thinking about what you said about how we are responsible for how people treat us. I feel empowered and not burdened anymore. Wendy, that's a beautiful thing to say. I realized it too as I said it. I wasn't preaching to you guys. I realized it too. When those people treated me like shit last year and sent me really hateful emails, that is not their fault. Technically, it's my fault. I allowed it. I allowed them to continue with that behavior. You do teach people what's okay and what's not. That's another way of saying you teach people how to treat you. You teach them that you're okay with things then. If somebody treats you like shit and you do nothing, whose fault is that? Technically, in my opinion, it's your fault. That's how I look at that. You are teaching people how to behave around you. If you don't put something up like a stop sign and go, hey, you're going into some dark waters, I don't like that, how would they know? They're just going to take advantage like they do with everybody else. The thing is, you probably don't want to believe it because you see the good in them. But if you let it go, it only hurts you. You'll pay for it. Exactly, Time Mark. Healthy, positive thinking is important to remember stages of growth, which constantly will elevate you. Old Charlie, that's so, so profound. Yes. Times in the past should be remembered as lessons for the future. Yeah, I think it's important to pay attention to people's behavior and slowly withdraw from them if you're seeing red flags. Because for me, it's hard for me to just be like, you're cut off. Even though I'm an ex-Scientologist, it's hard to do that. So I think clocking it, noting it, and then slowly backing away, or Time Mark, I would say bringing it up as it happens. Because again, if you don't, you're going to end up paying for it, and it will be you that pays for it. They're not going to give a shit. You don't have to be the same person you used to be. Okay, so I want to play something new because I found this today while I was, by the way, I was cooking. Oftentimes my boundaries are internal and they are for me to make decisions on. I'm not great at verbally setting boundaries with certain people, but I adjust my exposure to them if they are crossing. I love that, Debbie, and I would say I'm in the same boat as you on that. I'm not great at setting verbal boundaries. I'm not, and I want to get better at it. Walk the righteous path of the warrior, old Charlie. Heard it here first. That's so true. Guys, real quick side note, you know the beef stew I made the other day? You know how Mary Barron's got me a new crock pot? It sucks. I think there's something wrong with it. I made that beef stew, and hey, Audra in Denver, and I cooked it. I did 8 hours on high, and the carrots were still hard. And I was like, this is weird. So I did another 2 hours on high. I cooked the damn thing for 10 hours on high. And then I put it in a container and put it in the fridge. And I ate a bowl of it last night, and it sucks. It's like tough, and the potatoes are hard. So my mom told me today, she was like, hey, Erica, my mom said, just put it back on the stove and cook it. And I was like, can you do that? Like, I was just going to throw it away, which would be a huge waste of money. It was $30 worth of beef at Costco. But I was like, I'm not going to eat it. And she was like, just recook it. And I was like, "Can I?" Well, I did, and I've had it on the stove in a Dutch oven for, like, the last 3 hours, and now I think I overcooked it because before I started the stream, I went to stir it, and the beef was, like, shredded. Like, it was, like looked like pot roast, which is probably gonna turn out great as long as it's cooked. When I ate it last night, I was like, my jaw started cracking. No joke. My jaw started clicking because I was having to, like, chew it so hard. I was like, "F this sucks." So, is that safe? All of my ladies in here that cook? I know, Debbie. Hey, solo traveler. I haven't seen you in forever. Happy New Year, babe. Can I do that? Is that okay? Reese, I think we suffered enough in our early life. We can control certain things, and this is one of them. New times, new changes. Yes, Wendy, and we're going to do it together, girl. And I'm all for bringing it up when it happens. I'm also the kind of person that will walk away. Good for you, Time Mark, as long as you can do that. See you, babe. Love ya. Okay, so everybody's saying it's okay, right? Yeah, Sophia. Okay. Audra. Alicia says, yes, it's safe. Narrow, spicy, malarkey, welcome it and happy new year. Well, good for you, solo traveler. I'm gonna have to get another effing crock pot. That sucks. I'm kind of pissed about it. God, I'm like, what is it? Curse. I'm like cursed when it comes to crock pots. Probably my damn haters. Hold on. They probably put some kind of a curse on me that my crock pot wouldn't work. Okay. Hey, C. McCarthy, welcome in. The crock pot didn't work efficiently. I cook a chuck roast for 6 hours on high. Yeah, I knew 10 hours was way too long for it to the carrots were still hard. I was like, something's not right. Get an Instapot. Okay, I have one. I've just never taken it out of the box. My mom gave it to me like 10 years ago, and I don't know how to use it, and I'm scared. Hey, Haley's Hobbies. Okay, I want to play something because this speaks to the boundary stuff too. And I absolutely, you guys know this dude speaks pure wisdom. This is JJ Douglas. We all love him. I've played his stuff before. I know nothing about him other than he is a genius to me, and I love his voice, and I love the way he talks, and he just makes it very easy to understand. Wow. Solo traveler, have fun. I wish I could go with you. Not in a creepy way, but I would love to go to Italy. Okay, Nero Spicy, thank you. But it's okay to recook it is all I'm getting at. Like, it's not going to give me like botulism or something, or, you know, like I said, malaria or trichinosis. Okay. All right, let's play this. I want you guys to, he's a life coach. Okay, well, he's incredible, as he should be a life coach, Debbie, because he's incredible. I want you guys to listen to this. I may stop and pause it because I don't want to get some kind of a strike for it. But I want to speak about it anyway. So we're going to pause it in between. I want you to listen to this guy's words, okay? Because I really, truly believe, Audra, you lucky. I really, truly believe this will apply to many of you going forward this year with me. We've been talking about this topic a lot, and for some of you, it won't matter, but this will apply to you. I want you to listen to this, okay? Here we go.
I read a tweet the other day that said, when you do too much for people, they start loving your hand instead of your heart. And that line stuck with me because it's painfully true and it's painfully accurate. There's a moment you don't catch right away. It creeps in quietly. That moment when people stop checking on you and start checking on what you can do for them.
Who has experience with that? That really slapped me in the face. That's why I brought up the beef stew, because when I was cooking and reheating that, I was stirring it and listening to this guy. I love this. Instead of checking on you, they check on what you can do for them. So let's keep going. I already knew this was going to hit some people.
They don't miss your presence. They miss your availability. They don't ask how you're holding up. They ask if you can still show up, if you can still cover it, if you can still make it easier. And the part that nobody likes to admit is that a lot of us trained people to see us that way.
That's the responsibility part that I was talking about. So that really validated what I've been saying the last few days, which is It's your fault. I don't mean it harshly, but it is your responsibility when someone treats you a certain way. Let's play that again. I'm gonna go back.
Still show up, if you can still cover it, if you can still make it easier. And the part that nobody likes to admit is that a lot of us trained people to see us that way.
A lot of us train people to see us that way. It makes me think of what Debbie Zito just said. She's not good at verbal boundaries. That's exactly why people, we have to get better at it. That's why people who like Shelly, Alana, there's a lot of strong ass people who are good at verbal boundaries. And I guarantee you they're happier in life because they don't put up with shit. They're also not rude. They're not mean. What are boundaries? This guy taught me. What are boundaries? Boundaries are simply clarity. They're not mean. They're not to set up so you can't cross this line. It's clarity. And the people who respect and love you will see it as clarity because they're not trying to cross them. Ooh, I know this'll get you. It's a zinger.
Every time we overextended, every time we overgave, every time we showed up while neglecting ourselves, we taught people that our effort had no limits. Our needs were negotiable. So now when you pull back, they don't ask what changed in you. They ask what happened to what you used to provide.
Elena Rainerman, welcome in, and I still hope you had a great birthday. So true. I'm here for this hit me, she says. So true. I am there for so many people, and I have created this behavior, trying my hardest to fix it. That's the harsh truth. You know, you can choose, like Elena, to be responsible and say, I created this and I'm trying to fix it. Or you can do the opposite and go, why is everybody this to me? Why does this happen to me? Why? I'm going to tell you why, because you teach people, you train people that that's okay. Think about it for a minute. If you told them it wasn't, they're probably going to fuck off or they're probably going to stop. You are in this boat because it's a boat you created, sadly. Yeah, you're not, Alana. You just have learned how to put up your boundaries in a very clear way.
That's not love. That's dependency dressed up as appreciation. When you do too much for people, they stop seeing your heart. They start seeing you as a resource, a convenience, a solution. And resources get used. They don't get protected. That's why some people only call when something is wrong.
Resources only get used. They don't get protected. I thought that was very powerful. Think about that. When someone thinks of you as they just call when something's wrong, they just call you for as a resource to use you. Resources don't get protected. They get used. It's like they expect you to be there and the same way always. Yeah, Wendy, we all are going through this, I think, in some way. And that's why I really wanted to share this. Reflections, you probably need to. This is a good thing. We all need to hear this.
That's why they disappear when you need support. That's why your no suddenly feels offensive to them. They weren't attached to you. They were attached to what you made easier in their life. And
here's the truth that hurts a little bit, he's about to say. Yeah, Liz Tricks, I've started to say no to people. They don't like it, but I'm a much happier person because I don't automatically say yes. I'm feeling the same way. Hey, Kat, start saying no to people and see who sticks around. That's an interesting test, too. Here's the hard part, he says. Here's the truth that hurts a little bit.
The truth that hurts a little bit. Overgiving doesn't make people love you more. It often makes them respect you less, not because generosity is wrong, but because generosity without boundaries turns into entitlement.
Generosity without boundaries turns into entitlement. That's powerful.
So when you finally start doing less, you'll see real quick who cared about your heart and who was just attached to your hands.
That's Liz Tricks. She's now saying no. So when you start saying no, you'll see real quick who cared about your heart, and who is just attached to your hands, what you're willing to offer, what you're willing to give. Start saying no. Yeah, Angie Mo, give it a try and see who actually cares about your heart and who actually cared about your hands and what you had to give.
Some people won't adjust. Some people won't understand. Some people will leave, and that's not a loss, because the people meant to stay will still value you, even when you're not overextending, even when you're not exhausted, even when you're not saving the day. They won't need you drained to feel supported. They won't need you empty to feel secure. They won't confuse love with access. So let this be the shift that is necessary and needed. Stop proving your worth with effort. Stop earning love through exhaustion.
I love that. Stop proving your worth through effort. You know why that's an important sentence? Because I've been doing a lot of research and reading. I do some stuff behind the scenes that I can't talk about yet, but I do a lot of research. And a lot of women and men, just like me, who had some form of a traumatic childhood with parents, abandonment issues, parents not neglecting, not being there how they should have been there, right? A lot of people then go on in life to love somebody, and they'll pick a partner that's incredibly hard to love, that treats them like shit over and over, but they stay to prove their worth, because that's how they were raised in a very tough to be loved environment. That's what love looks like to them. So they prove their worth with effort. And then they go year after year going, how come he just doesn't love me more? Why hasn't this changed? I have dinner on the table every night. I have sex with him all the time. I spend money. It's never going to be enough, because that's never what it was about. And I am just now in this month of January learning that. A lot of us were raised that way, that the more effort you put in, the more you prove your love. Fuck that. That's not true. It's a totally false idea. I love that he said that, because I am really placing value on that right now. Stop thinking that you have to prove yourself by trying harder. You think more effort's going to make it more? It's not.
I'm teaching people that access to you is unlimited. Your heart deserves to be loved, not just used. And anyone who disappears when the favors stop was never really connected to you in the first place.
Was that good, or was that good? I love that guy. He speaks such truth and wisdom, and he's so soft spoken, and he's so easy to understand. He doesn't talk fast. He's just really to the point, and he's just a truth teller, in my opinion. If you love others while neglecting your own needs, you may unintentionally teach them that your needs are unimportant. Exactly. Solo traveler. If you love others while neglecting your own words, you may unintentionally be teaching them that your needs are unimportant. You are teaching them. Can you guys hear Gertie snoring? It is unintentional, solo traveler, but it is happening. You are at every moment of every day teaching somebody how to treat you. So you better make it you better pick a good circle. First of all, that's why my circle is really, really small, because I don't think it's good to open yourself up access to a ton of people unless you've known them for a long time. You're taking a risk. Yeah, Wendy, will you reach out to me? How can you reach out to me so I can send it? On Facebook, I can send it to you. Bigger is not always better. So it goes back. I thought that was so good. I heard that while I was stirring that stew, and I was like, oh my God. As a matter of fact, we may play that for a while this year on the regular, just for the people who need to hear it again and again, because I'm going to be one of them. I need to hear that repeatedly, because subconsciously, it's not like I'm telling myself. It's not like I'm like, you have to try harder and you'll get more respect. I'm not saying it to myself in my head. But I do believe if I just do it more, if I just do it harder, they will accept and love me more. It's kind of like I used to way back when I first started getting hate. I was like, what can I do to fix this so that I'm more likable? Nothing. It's not about you. It was never about me. It's about somebody being miserable. Like it's a total stranger hating me is definitely on them. It's not on me. There's nothing I need to do to fix myself or change myself. My personality is simply not for everyone. And if you choose to continue to watch me and hate me and write dissertations about it, that's all on you. I'm not here to fix or change anything you don't like about me. Right. I think we should listen to this more. You are right, Wendy. I think a lot of human beings can resonate with what that guy just said. Love you, Helena. I absolutely love every reel I've ever seen by that guy. I would give anything to talk to him. I'd love to go on if he has a show. I'd love to have him on our channel. I just would love I would be forever grateful and so thankful to get a chance to ever speak to that guy. He just seems like such a friend to everyone, like just such a good, kind, thoughtful, mindful human being. And let's be totally honest here. I don't feel like those are easy to come by. I'm not saying everybody's an asshole, but I'm saying that meeting people who are super, super just thoughtful and care about your heart. It's those are amazing people and we should cherish them. Who is he? He's a life coach, Debbie said. He is his name is JJ and it's JAYJAY Douglas. Yeah, Wendy, I'm glad. I'm really glad. People are nuts, says Kim is blue. Hey, Bara Quinn Patrick, welcome in. Uh there's just so much to I don't get how people for a second truly are even hateful because there's so much to learn. And maybe that's just me that feels that way because I do often talk to you guys about basic ass topics where I'm like, I realize probably everyone's rolling their eyes right now going, yeah, we learned that when we were 19, Reese. Like, get with it, girl. Like everybody knows that. Like I'm learning things that everybody learned a long time ago. And so I'm just so uh excited and passionate about people like that guy or just things I read or see that are so insightful that help me to learn about myself. That reel I just played for me was like a therapy session. That's what I get out of therapy in that 2.5 minutes. I love watching things like that because it picks shit apart to where I'm like, oh, and once you see it, you can fix it. I can't go through life not knowing I'm doing shit and then like expect me to fix it. That helps me. That helped me to go, I do tend to use effort as a form of love, thinking that's going to change anything. It has nothing to do with it. So just learning more about myself, it's like, I can't believe people have time to be so hateful or pick on others or bully people because it's like, don't you want to like better yourself? Don't you want to do like the self work so that you're more aware, so that you're more just I feel like it's almost a high, it's almost a drug. And I know that sounds crazy, but when I find another piece that I can stick in and go, oh my God, that's why I do that. Or if it's not even that clear, if it's something like, I feel like I'm on to something, I do that too. And then I do a little more digging and then I do a little more. And I'm like, I do that too. It's like a therapy session. Why wouldn't you want to work on yourself versus just tear others down? It's not, I don't care. I will never have an answer to that, but it's so exciting to learn more about yourself and work on you. And then it helps all the relationships around you. It's a ripple effect. Hey, Wisconsin Barb, once I can know more about me and why I am the way I am, and if it's something I even love or don't love, like a lot of times I'm like, that was just Scientology. I'm not even really like that. That's just the training I had. And these are just the bumps and the mistakes I'm making on my third year coming out of Scientology. That's another thing. Hold on, Jill. The understanding will make me feel less guilty about making boundaries. Good people want to know your boundaries. That's it, Jill. It's just simply clarity. It's simply clarity. Good people want your boundaries. So if it's someone who walks away from you because of that, they were meant to go, right? It's as simple as that. It's very black and white. You don't like my boundaries, then you're not meant to be in my life. Simple. Doesn't make you a bad person, by the way. People who don't like your boundaries doesn't mean they're assholes. Just means we're not a fit. That's all. It's okay. If you don't treat yourself with love, you may tolerate treatment from others that reflects lack of self-regard. It and on and on and on. Totally, solo traveler. Something I want to say too, which is very, very, oh man, it's so validating. And I've heard it before, and for whatever reason, it clicked for me this time. I had a friend tell me yesterday, and it was so validating. She knows me very well. She's been working with me behind the scenes a lot. And she said, "You know what I'm tired of that you need to do?" She goes, she Googled me. And she was like, "It's saying this, 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 and this." And I said, and she was like, "Did you know it?" And I said, "No, I don't know because I don't Google myself. I don't Google anyone probably except Anthony Hopkins or something. Like I don't Google people, especially myself." And she was like, "It's actually pretty good. Like there's not anything too bad." And she goes, "There's like this trash thing called Unrelatable Reese." And I was like, "Yeah, I know about it." And she goes, "They actually have a really good picture of you in there." And I was like, "Awesome." I don't care what other people think of me that hate me. We're past that. But she said something that was so incredibly validating. And I loved it. And it when the student is ready, the teacher appears. I've heard it 100 times. But for whatever reason, the student was ready and the teacher happened to appear because I really, really understood it and I forgave myself and understood myself more. Um, she said, "You came out of the gate of YouTube and out of Scientology. You were outed from Scientology. It wasn't intentional. It was an accident, but it happened. And I didn't get to leave when I would have wanted to leave. And I didn't get to make those decisions. It was a quick overnight thing, right? It was a quick shift of losing hundreds of people. We all know this. Hold on just a minute. One sec. Okay. We're good. JJ Douglas is his name. Yeah, Audra in Denver. I'm not even subbed if he has a YouTube channel. I just watch him on Facebook. I just watch his reels. Let's see. Okay. Hey, Zoe. Welcome in, babe. Okay, I want to get into what I was saying, but I got caught up on a StreamYard glitch for a second. I'm double checking something on okay. We're good. We're good. We're fine then. It was a glitch for a second, but we're fine. My friend, oh, I'm going to sub to his channel. Man, I'd love to have him on my channel or go on his channel. Anyway, the point is, a friend of mine said yesterday, she goes, "You came out of the gate like full of mistakes, full of being a Scientologist." Guys, I am nowhere near the same person I was when I started a YouTube channel or when I was on Aaron's channel for the first time, right? I'm nowhere, not even the same, like not even in the same category, in my opinion. Maybe you might feel different. I'm sure people who hate me would feel different, but I feel very different because I've had years of therapy, right? I hit so many mistakes and bumps, and I had so many bad relationships with people, and I just didn't know how to behave, to be totally honest. Thank you, Wendy. He has a YouTube channel, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and podcast on Spotify. That's amazing, Debbie. That's prolific. I love it. Yeah, Robin W, 100%. But interesting, Heather. But she said to me, she goes, "You made all those mistakes." Somebody's dreaming. Okay, it stopped. She said, "You made all the." God, that's cute. I love it when my dogs dream. It's so cute. She said, "You made all those mistakes." And she said, "You need to forgive yourself for making those mistakes." She said, "You're 3 years out of a cult that you were born into for 38 years." And she was like, "Anybody that expected you to come out of that and not know how to be a friend or a human or any of those things isn't your friend, and they just wanna hate on you anyway." And I think that is so true, and it made me feel really good. I don't know if I'm communicating this well. Thank you, Don Pariseau. For those that understood it, I guess. But I think what I have harped on those things for a long time. I've harped on my mistakes that I made, and I made them publicly. I made them live. I made them, and I made more, and I made more, and I got into a lot of altercations with people, and all those things happened. And yeah, West Coast Fancy Nancy, and I gave myself permission after she said that to go, it's true. Anybody who thought like, it's crazy to me, people who hold me to those mistakes and go, "See, she's a shitty person. Like, she's a shitty person. Look what she did, on this first year of YouTube. Look what she did to her mods in the first 6 months of her channel." Yeah, yeah. I came out of a hardcore controlling cult. It's all about learning and growth. I didn't know how to be a human. I didn't know how to interact with other people outside of Scientology. I have never had a friendship in my life. Friendship is the snitch culture. Friendship in Scientology is totally different than friendship in the real world. I didn't know how to be a friend. It doesn't give me a pass, but at the same time, I give myself a pass for going, you had to learn on the fly. I had no intentions of ever starting a YouTube channel. I had no intentions of ever leaving Scientology. That speaks to something. I had to learn truly how to be a human being, to feel, right? No HENR is a real concept in Scientology. No human emotion and reaction. We are expected to be that way all the time. No HENR. So coming into the real world, there's HENR everywhere. Why? Because you guys are actually human, and I had to learn that. So all those mistakes that I made, all those relationships that I broke up with or broke up with me, or people that hate me, I mean, I'm not trying to get those people back in my life. They hate me. They're done. They're never coming back. But it's interesting to me that there's no wiggle room for that. There's no wiggle room for the fact that I didn't even intend, none of this was intended. None of this was intended. I would still be in Scientology today. I reached out for help to the Aftermath Foundation and I was outed. It was an accident, but it happened. That was a shock, and none of that was intended. And then starting a damn YouTube channel wasn't even my idea. I'm so glad I did it. I'm grateful, but it's just that took some adjusting. That took some getting used to, going from, coming outed by Scientology and having, I mean, I had 10,000 people sub to my channel, like, overnight. It happened really fast. That was overwhelming. I had thousands of people emailing me going, "I wanna help you. I wanna do this. I'll be your friend. Here's my phone number." I was overwhelmed by that. That's all. I just thought that was a really interesting point that she made, and I do forgive myself. And for those that wanna hold me to a version of myself coming out of a cult, I just advise that you be perfect, right? Like, you imagine yourself coming out of a situation like that. Wasn't easy. It wasn't easy having to readjust to an atmosphere of brand new set of people that were not the people I grew up with in my cult. I had to learn your language and your behavior, and I had to warm up and thaw from being born into an ice cube. From where I stand, it's clear how much you have grown and evolved since your outing from Aaron. It's truly inspiring. Well, and you guys are my people because you're understanding of it. You think that I haven't probably offended each one of you, or do you? You think I don't know that? I'm sure there's something I've done on this channel where you're like, ugh, poor form, low rent, not good. Wish you wouldn't have hurt that person. I wish you wouldn't have done that. But you stayed with me, and I'm not healed and grown now, but I know a lot more than I did, right? I'm looking for it. Here it is. Any mistakes you think you've made were likely made by others earlier in life because they were not in a cult. Give yourself grace. Thank you, Kim is Blue. For real, you had no rules to go by and absolutely nothing to lose at that point. I had no rules. That's a great point, Heather. I literally had to start from scratch with human beings that were not what I was raised with. I had to learn a whole new life. I always think of it like I felt like I was didn't speak English, and someone dropped me on a New York City subway train on a Friday night at 2 in the morning and was like, "Good luck." That's what it felt like. I was like, I'm on another planet. I don't know these people. I don't speak the language. Now, of course, I spoke English, but I think you get my point. I had to readjust to a different atmosphere. Of course, you're going to make a lot of mistakes. Of course, you're going to say shit off the cuff that you wish you hadn't said. Of course, you're going to burn bridges with people. Now, was it ever about forgiveness? No, because those people still to this day love to leave comments in other places that I burned them and they're such a victim and poor them. And really, that was my first 6 to 9 months coming out of it. Like, you're not about wellness. You're not about mental health. You're not about healing. You're not about any of that shit. You just want the spotlight on you and you want to look like a victim. I mean, let's just call it for what it is. That's okay too. It's absolutely ridiculous to still hold you to that. You are growing daily, weekly. Can't wait to see where you are next year. Thank you, Erica. I feel the same way. I actually embrace those mistakes that I made. I did it live. I did it with everybody watching. I can't go back and undo it, right? I'm still here. I don't know. Expending grace is also a part of friendship, for sure. Those are judgmental people that never had any interest in extending grace, ever, ever. Let he who is without sin cast the first stone, 100%. You were literally dropped into a different world. I was. I really was. Thank you, Decultified. I love what you have created here. I love it here. Your content has been a constant for me, and your honesty and resilience is rather refreshing. Thank you, Solo Traveler. I'm really happy to see you tonight. It's been a long time. Yeah, totally different language. It really was a different language, and I don't do it, but sometimes I want to go back and watch some of those first year of streams. I don't do that. I don't really have the time to do that. To be honest, I'm a little fearful to do it. I don't really want to see myself then. It's probably not good. I was very unhealed and I was very drastic in probably my thoughts and emotions. And I was still very much a Scientologist. I did not know how to treat people. I was very of the mindset still like, well, then fuck you. Like, I'll just disconnect. I didn't know how to communicate with people out in the outside world. No one is healed and grown. The people who say you should stay far away from you always stayed humble and took responsibility and have kept working on you. I commend you. Coming from you, that means a lot, Alana. Thank you for saying that. You didn't speak English. You spoke Scientologies. It sounds like English, but it's not. And that was your cradle language. Literally, you get grace for that. Thank you, Chayan Smut. Most people outside of here don't feel that way. You know, other cult survivors, of course, we give grace for them. Like that, I'm talking about the haters now, but not you, Reese. Like, take a step back. And it doesn't matter because honestly, they're below us. People who hate are beneath you. People who are winning are not punching down. They're successful because they lift others up. So anybody who's hating on me is already beneath us. They're losers, literally. They're not winning. Amen for the broken road, Reese. Wendy, that's so great. I love that. Those are the type of people that like to play the victim card at all times. Nothing is ever their fault. Well, it's interesting you say that because it's like, first of all, this was years ago at this point, and those people are still scattered about going, I'm a victim of Reese. Like, this was years ago. We have no contact. How long are you going to milk that story, right? I had to step away for a bit. You are absolutely a changed woman. People who don't see that or didn't want to, it won't. It's their loss. Yeah, they don't want to see it. They want to sit in the victim pool and swim around for sure, baby steps. Thank you for saying that. That's really kind of you, and thank you for your super chat. Judgmental people do suck. Yeah, they just want to sit and stew, right? I don't think you realize how much your openness and vulnerability has helped us grow. I don't realize that, Lenora Gray, but thank you for saying that. You were learning how to be a human in front of the entire world. That is such a good point. It's true. This isn't me trying to say, like, so give me a pass for my bad behavior. This isn't me trying to go, so give me grace, everybody. No, it's just, it's the facts, it's the truth. I came out of the gates that I felt like that scene where he says, in Silence of the Lambs, I opened the gate to their pen, but they were frozen. They wouldn't run. They wouldn't move. I literally, the gates were open and I was like, I don't know what to do. I only know Scientology in here with my fellow Scientologists. I don't know you guys. This is a strange world. Like, I don't know that world and I don't want to know that world. How do you record and save the recording that you play for us? Oh, Nachos Mom, I don't record it. What I do is I have Facebook Messenger, and so these are all Facebook Reels, and I send them to myself. So this is my Facebook, right, Reese, and like that's him sent 3 hours ago. This one says some people act real concerned just to be nosy. That was a good one too. Why isn't it playing?
Some people act concerned just to be nosy. Concern carries solutions and nosy collects details. You see, if help never shows up, intention never existed. Access should never be granted to spectators.
I liked that. Access should never be granted to spectators. I like that a lot. So that's how I do it. I just send it to myself. I just send it like you would send a Facebook message to somebody. I send it to me. This is my first friendship with you where someone has actually cared and listened. Thanks for sharing this home and wonderful family. I'm not alone anymore. Wendy, you are not alone. And that is such a nice thing to say. I feel exactly the same way about you. I love when you're in the chat. I love seeing you. You're very engaging. Some people are still mad at me because I brought them on a free cruise and they'll never forgive me for what I apparently did to them. Whatever. Yeah, and I don't even really know what you're referring to, Cricket. I can guess, but it's petty. And those people who say, like, I'm a victim of Reese, they just want to cry about it and continue a loud story and look like poor me. They were never about healing. They were never about wanting to sort it out and to continue to tell the same recycled story over and over, like you're saying, Cricket. It starts to show. It's a bad look. It will be fun to see you talk with Tori. I'm going to be on her channel on Monday, Kim is Blue. I'm really looking forward to chatting with her. I don't know her at all. She's coming to our chat, but I don't know her. I don't know a whole lot about her. I just know what you guys have told me, and I'm looking forward to that very, very much. Yeah, Marissa Martin, I do it too. Yeah, I'm excited to speak with Tori. They always play the victim, and it's like, we see you. You know, there's other channels out there that do that and continue to talk about me, stew about me. And it's like, we're starting to see you because it's recycled shit. And I don't know how much longer you're going to keep regurgitating it. Me too, Rain. What time on Monday? It's late. Let me look at her agent, what her agent told me. I think it's 9:00 my time, but she's in California. She's 3 hours behind me. Let's see. Okay, let you know we are confirmed for 7 p.m. Tory time. That's cute. She wrote Tory time. And 9 p.m. for you on the 12th. So guys, some of you probably won't make it. She lives in LA. Okay, some of you probably won't make it because that is late. I don't stream at 9. They are stuck in their development. That's a great way of putting it. Such a stupid thing to be angry about you. You took your time and put it all together. Sadly, due to the hate for Reese and Tommy on here, they couldn't go. Well, and the other thing, before me and Tommy, people were just hurt by things I did to them. So I came on here how many streams? I came on here so many times that people were like, stop, Reese. I did a whole apology to her. No joke. Like I kept apologizing and I named those people. And I was like, I effed up. You know, the proof is in the pudding because a bunch of them came out and were like, she's not sorry. Okay. Well, now you can go F yourself because I did apologize. And if that's not enough for you, you want to sit and wallow in playing the victim. We see you. We see you doing that. Like there's no other alternative. Yeah, Tori is amazing looking. She's a beautiful lady. I don't know what her channel is. Okay, here we go. Yadira just put it up. Thank you, Yadira. Tori is an OG ex-Scientologist and now protester. Okay, well, I'm really looking forward to chatting with her. Guys, before we go, I don't know if DNB is still in here. I was proud of you. It was enough, Reese. They need to grow up. I did. Nancy, I definitely apologized, and I'm not going to do it again. They clearly didn't care. And some of them have like, what's that one healing channel? Like, you're not about healing, not about mental health or wellness at all. And a handful of them like to say that I talked 6 people into trying to unalive themselves. That's a sick thing to say. There's no truth to that. And so it's just shows your character. It shows who you are. There's no growth there. And I don't want to be around toxic ass people like that anyway. Hey, Buffy. Happy birthday to Jet. That's so cute. An honest apology is enough. And then we move on from it. I did mean it, Nancy. I absolutely meant it. And then for them to come back and just go, she's a bitch. She's not sorry. I thought, okay, well, we'll just find new people because those ones are a little bit cuckoo birds. I want to donate. We chose for the month DNV. Oh, here we go. DNV is in here. Her son was diagnosed with a brain tumor. They're horrible and try to blame me. Yeah, Wendy, it's weird. They're full of shit, Joan. Absolutely. If for 1 second I thought you were bad, I wouldn't spend any time with you. Nancy, I believe that. Hey, Zachary, especially you, Nancy, I really believe that. There's something about you, Nancy. I think you're very picky about your people. I think you're very choosy about people's character and who you are willing to spend your time with. And I've always felt like it was an honor that you have stuck around with me. I kind of thought for a while that you wouldn't, because I feel like my personality probably grates on you a little bit sometimes. And I do worry about it. I'm like, am I going to lose Nancy? Because I think you have a very high standard of who you hang around. I hope that doesn't come off as rude, but I feel like you have a very high standard and I don't feel like I meet your standards. I do feel that way about you. I'm like, I'm surprised Nancy's still here. Like you come off as very ethical and like, just like you are picky about who you hang out with. And I'm always kind of like, when am I going to lose Nancy? Cause I feel like I'm sketchy. I'm a little sketch. I wouldn't call myself an ethical person. Probably not. Probably not. I love you too, Nancy. Sorry I had to get that out. DNV. Her son was diagnosed, Joshua. He's 12, diagnosed with a brain tumor. And we talked about this last night. And I'm picky. It's a compliment to you. I know, Nancy, but I keep opening my damn mouth and saying shit that I'm like, Nancy's not going to approve of that. Like one of these days, you're going to get some shit ass comment from Nancy as she parts ways. She's going to leave you a shitty parting gift and be like, you're a crappy person, Reese. And I'm going to be like, she's not wrong. She's not wrong. Like she is a good judge of character and she's not wrong. And I'm just going to have to swallow that. So I want to donate to the hospital. Tell me the name of that hospital. It's called, thank you, Nancy. I keep thinking of, it's called CHOP. What does it stand for? Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. That's it. Can we put that up, mods? I'm going to donate. That's my hospital for the month. I've been doing $15 to each charity that I choose. Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. Here we go. What the hell is wrong with their website? Is their website down? What's wrong with their website? Something's not right with their website, DNV. It's chop.edu. Hospital. Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. Okay, might not be able to donate tonight. That is the correct website, and it says site can't be reached. Huh. Do we do it in his name? I'm going to do it in his name, but I can't seem to pull it up. Somebody go to the website and tell me if you're having problems. Check my link. How can I do that from here? I can't click on your link. Let me see if I can. I can't even copy and paste the damn thing. Wonder if I could do it from my phone. I can click on your link from my phone. Let's see that. It's working for you. Okay, let me see if I can pull up Yadira's link from my own chat. Okay, thank you, Yadira. It's working. Oh man, will this auto populate though my credit card? Donate I'm gonna make mine in honor of Joshua. Oh, I don't know. Okay, yeah. I don't know his last name, and I don't want you to have to share that here. Yeah, what name do we use? Might not be able to do it in his name because it wants a first and last name. Not the end of the world. I don't want to force her to give us his last name. So that's okay. We're doing it. We know what we're doing it for here, so that's okay. All right, I'm just going to donate. Yeah, it's okay. We know why we're doing it, so that's okay. It's going to the Children's Fund. All right, will you please auto-populate my damn name? Huxley, can you let Moose in? Yeah. Oh. Wait, what do you mean outside? Yep. Nope, I told you he was out. Why isn't this auto? Okay, it just auto-populated. Thank you. Joshua B. Okay, I can do that. Dedicate and honor. Joshua B. Perfect. Okay. Auto-populate my damn card. Okay, well, that's a card I have. I can use that. Okay. Where does it show that I donated? Okay. It didn't show on the website, but I got an email. There's my proof. You have donated $15 to Children's Hospital of Philadelphia Foundation. Just so everybody knows, I donated. DNV, thank you for that. And we're all praying for you and your family and Josh. So, and sending well wishes and all of that. So, guys, do not feel pressured to do it. Hey, Sue Herman, do not feel pressured to do it. Do not feel guilty about it. I'm not shaming anyone into doing it, but I am going to be working with a lot of foundations and charities going forward, and I will be choosing a charity each month that we can choose to donate to if we want. Nobody needs to feel pressured to do it. It feels good for me to give. It's not a lot. $15 isn't a lot. I did $15 a day for like 10 or 11 days there, and I'm just kind of having to slow down on that for now, but anything helps. That's how I feel about that. So it's not the amount, anything helps. And thank you to those who donate. Don't feel pressured to do it. DNB knows that we love her, that we're praying for Josh, we're rooting for Josh, and I love you, Just Joan. I'm hopping off anyway. Will you guys please hit subscribe? Please do that for me. And tomorrow's Sunday. I will be back tomorrow afternoon again if you're up for it. Sundays can be weird, but I'll be back tomorrow for those that want to join. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for your super chats tonight. Thank you for being members. I always really, really am thankful for that. Hey, GeoPlanet Jane. Rain Virus, happy birthday to you again, babe. I hope that Joe just really, really spoiled you because you deserve that. Yeah, Wendy, thank you. And thank you for being here tonight. I know it's hard. I know that you're struggling. Wendy just suffered a loss. She lost her cat. So we're all thinking about her. I love you, Erica. And guys, I'll be back tomorrow. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for your time. Rain, especially you on your birthday. I'm always so thankful for people who come in on their birthday. I'm like, really? Like, that's such an honor to me, to all of us. So thank you, babe. I love you. And I hope that you celebrated well. Tomorrow's Monday for me, so I will only be here if it's quiet at work. Okay, Megan, I totally get it. I knew your routine there, babe. Thank you. Mods, thank you for posting those links, and thank you for keeping us safe. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Here comes Fred.